and gentlemen, Miss Cilla Black.
Surprise, surprise. Now, here in our audience are a lot of people who are going to get a big surprise before the night's over. So let's see if I can find my first unsuspecting guest. Where are you? I'm coming to get you out there. Oh, look at this. They're all terrified. Absolutely terrified. But it's not as bad as all that. What's your name, sweetheart?
Helen.
Oh, that was quick. You frightened me there. Hello, Helen.
Hello, Cilla.
Is this your lovely husband here?
It is.
What's your name?
Vince.
Hello, Vince.
Yes, sir.
Now, a little birdie tells me that you're still celebrating your 13th wedding anniversary. Is that right?
That's right.
Yes.
Oh, well, surprise, surprise. It could be unlucky for some, but it's very lucky for you two because I've got a special surprise bottle of champagne just for you both. Congratulations, Helen and Vince. It's wonderful. Well, now, Helen, you're a nurse, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yes. I know this because your great friend Neris told me all about you.
Yeah.
Yes. How long have you been a nurse?
24 years.
24 years. Now, can you remember a certain story about 16 years ago when you were in an army ambulance and a pregnant lady was in that ambulance?
Mm-hmm.
Can you remember what happened?
A lady had a baby in the back of the ambulance.
Yes. You had to deliver it.
That's right.
And, well, you saved that baby's life, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Because it was in a lot of distress. What was wrong with the baby?
Very premature.
Yes. And it had the
Umbilical cord around its neck.
And you had to do all that?
That's right.
Had you ever delivered a baby before?
No.
Well, your friend Neris told me that you've often wondered whatever happened to that little baby boy.
That's right.
Well, surprise, surprise, Helen. That baby boy's life who you saved, Stanley Goodall, he's been sitting next to you since before the show started. Say hello to that baby boy. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, yes. What a lovely way to start the show. Enjoy the rest of your anniversary. Congratulations. Well done, Stanley. God bless you. Jane Harris was part of a group touring the studios when I unexpectedly bumped into her. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be rehearsing here today. I'm sorry, I've interrupted. Could you stand up, please? Now that I'm here, I may as well have a chat to you. Can both of you stand up? Oh, gosh. What's your name, sweetheart?
Jane Harris.
Jane. Hello, Jane.
Hello, Cilla.
Who's your friend?
This is my sister Carol.
Hello, Carol.
Nice to meet you.
Well, isn't this a surprise, then?
Gosh.
Have you got tickets for tonight's show, by the way?
No, we don't know what we're seeing. We're supposed to be in the
On a
audience.
tour.
Oh, what
On
a
a tour.
shame, what a shame. Because, you know, the series has been going ever so well. We've had some smashing people on. We've had Frankie Vaughan on. We've had Shane Ritchie on. And pretty soon we're going to have Engelbert Humperdinck on.
Oh, you don't mean it.
Oh, a little twinkle came to the eye there, Jane. Do you like Engelbert Humperdinck?
I love him.
Have you ever been to one of his concerts?
I've been to 3 altogether.
3? 3?
Yeah.
Have you ever met him, though, at one of these concerts?
I kissed him, actually, but only for a second or two, and then I was in the audience.
How did you get to kiss him if you were in the audience?
I just walked down the steps and talked to him a minute or two and gave him some chocolates, and then he kissed me.
He did? Oh, what a shame, because he will be here soon, he will. And much sooner than you think.
Oh, no.
Because, surprise, surprise, here he is, the man himself, your idol, Engelbert Humperdinck. Come in, Eng.
Surprise, surprise.
Please release Lovely.
Isn't that something?
Well, I think she's suitably surprised then.
I brought the chocolates for you. One good turn deserves another. Here it is.
Thank you.
Don't eat too many.
And there's something else as well.
you.
You know, we lied about the tickets. Yes.
We have 2 tickets for you. We have 2 tickets. Is that okay?
It's wonderful.
And not only that, Engelbert's going to sing a song just for you from his brand new album.
Oh, I don't believe this is happening.
And I tell you who you've got to thank for this. Yes, your Carol Ober. Ah, isn't that lovely? Ladies and gentlemen, here with a song from his brand new album, Engelbert Humperdinck.
I shouted from the highest hill, even told the golden daffodils. At last, my heart's an open door. And my secret love's no secret anymore. Once I had a secret love that lived within the heart of me. And all too soon, my secret love became impatient to be free. So I told a friendless heart the way that dreamers often do. Just how wonderful you are, and why I'm so in love with you. From the highest hill, even told the golden daffodils. At last, my heart's an open door. And my secret love's no secret anymore. And my secret love's no secret anymore.
Oh, that was absolutely marvellous. You know, he's been a secret love of us all for ages, hasn't he, girls? Yes! Oh, but right now, I feel a phone call coming on. And not too far away from here, a Carol Goodchild is being pampered in a health studio. Oh, and look, there she is. She's got a face pack on. This could have been worse, though. She could have been having a body massage. I think I'll just give her a ring. Hang on. Well, she looks ever so relaxed, doesn't she?
Good evening, Liverpool Health Club. It's Anna speaking. How can I help?
Well, hello, love. You can help me. Could I speak to Carol Goodchild, please?
Right, if you can hold the line, please.
I'm holding.
There's a phone call for Mrs. Goodchild, Emma.
Lovely, thank you. Is a telephone call for you? Yeah, hang on, let me take those off for you.
Hello?
Hello?
Is that you, Carol?
Yes.
Well, surprise, surprise, it's Cilla here.
Pardon? This is a joke.
I said surprise, surprise, it's really me, it's Cilla here. And Carol, I have to say, there are millions of people looking at you right now with your face pack on. All right, sweetheart.
Yes.
Well, at least they can't see you blushing with that face pack on, can they? Well, now, Carol, I happen to know that you're a very big fan of our show. Is that right?
Yes.
Ah, well, that's lovely. Now, Carol, you're having all this beauty treatment there. You must be going somewhere special tonight. Where are you going, Chuck?
I don't know. It's a surprise.
Well, it certainly is a surprise. Because when you've finished your beauty treatment, there is a car waiting outside to bring you to our studios. How do you feel about that, Carol?
I really don't know what to say. I'm so surprised.
It's a wonder you can say anything with all that stuff on your face, Joe. But you are coming to see the show, all right?
Yes.
Yes, so we'll see you later then to see if the face pack worked. All right.
Yes.
You can go back to relaxing now, Carol. We shall see you later. All right, Chuck?
Thank you.
Give everybody a wave. We're all watching you, millions. Ta-ra, then. Ta-ra. Oh, dear. Well, now, what Carol doesn't know is that we've got a big surprise for her when she gets here, but more about that later on. In the meantime, I'm looking for a lady with a South American connection. Well, actually, it's British Guiana. And yes, surprise, surprise, it's you, Dorothy Bearton. Where are you, Dorothy? Come on, Dorothy, come and join me on the Cilla sofa. Have a sit down there, sweetheart, because it was your gorgeous daughter, Anjani. She told me all about you. Now, can I call you Dot?
Yes, please.
Because everybody else does.
Everybody do. My husband started it off.
Oh, that'd be your lovely husband, Dick, up there,
Yeah.
yes? Well, let me take you back, really let me take you back all those years ago in British Guiana, because you had a very tragic childhood, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Because you met and married 30 years ago a local boy. Yeah. But that marriage didn't work out, did it? Very sad time for you. And in fact, when your Anjani, when she was born, not long after she was born, you got divorced, is that right? It was a terrible time for you because you had to raise this little girl all by yourself. You managed to get a job, which you did, but unfortunately you could only see your daughter at weekends because you had to work away all through the week. But times weren't all that bad because you had a whirlwind romance with your lovely husband sitting up there. He was a British soldier. Yeah. And then your lovely husband brought you and your little daughter back here to Britain. Now, how long have you been here now?
August will be 31 years.
31 years. Well, I know you've never ever forgotten your family back in British Guiana, have you? And since you've been here, a lot of sad news for you, because since you've been living in Britain, your mum has passed away, and also your dear brother, he has died too. Well, it's been a very sad time for you, and last year I know you were terrified when a letter arrived from British Guiana. You were terrified to open it, weren't you? Yeah. But in fact, it wasn't bad news, was it? Who was it from? Who was that letter from?
From my niece.
Your niece Rena.
Yeah.
And she was talking about her mum, your sister, Dana. So you're very happy about that. She left your sister's phone number, and you phoned Dana, didn't you?
Yeah.
What was that like?
Talking to my sister after all this time, I just did not know what to say to her.
You didn't? It was very upsetting, was it?
It was very much so.
I suppose you were wondering, I'd love to be there to see her face to face. Well, you don't have to go all the way to British Guiana to see your sister. You haven't seen her for 31 years. We have brought your sister all the way over here to see you. She's here tonight. She really is. Come on, say hello to your sister. Come in, Dana. Take a break there. See you in a couple of minutes. I think that's a wonderful surprise. Look at that. Well, I'm on the prowl again. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. What's your name, sweetheart?
Phyllis.
Well, hello, Phyllis. Now, I was just thinking, I love sport on the telly. Do you like sport on the telly?
No, only snooker.
Well, that's a sport, isn't it, Phyllis?
You see so much of the others, don't you?
You see so much of the other?
Yes.
We don't want to see that on the telly, do we, Phyllis? But you do like the snooker.
Yes, I do.
My goodness me. Well, out of all the snooker players, who's the snooker player you'd like to chalk your cue?
Steve Davis.
Oh, you said that without any hesitation there. Steve Davis.
Yes.
Now, is it true, Phyllis, you've actually stayed up all night with a sleeping bag on you to watch him on the telly?
Yes.
Yeah, why?
Well, I hadn't got a video, so if you didn't stay up late at night, you didn't see it, did you?
Are you that big a fan of Steve Davis?
Yes, I do.
Have you ever seen him in the flesh?
No, no.
Well, surprise, surprise, you're going to see him now. Because here he is, your favourite on the telly, 6 times world champion, Steve Davis. Here he is, Phyllis.
How you doing, all right?
He's thrilled.
What I thought I'd do as a little sort of surprise and a memento, bring along one of my practice cues for you actually to have and keep. Not that you don't have to play with it, but just to sort of keep. Piece of chalk so you can help me through the matches at night time. And afterwards, we're going to sort out some tickets perhaps for next season. And afterwards in the hospitality room, well, we'll just have a drink and a few chats.
Oh, yes, isn't
Or a
that
few
lovely?
drinks and a chat, even.
Are you happy now, Phyllis?
Thrilled to
Oh, wonderful. I'm so pleased for you, and it's all our big thanks to Steve Davis.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Phyllis and Steve. Wonderful. people have some very strange interests. I mean, take Rachel Watts. She's obsessed with the office tannoy system, so much so she's forever using it to make announcements. She'll make announcements about anything at the drop of a hat. So I went along to where she works to catch her in the act.
Can Mrs. Willis please come to the sales office? Mrs. Willis to the sales office.
Mrs. Willis? That's me. Morning, everyone. Morning. Morning. Hello, girls. Morning. Who called Mrs. Willis? You did. Mrs. Willis has arrived. Oh, no. Yes, Rachel, stand up and have a chat with us. Surprise, surprise.
Thank you.
Now, all your good mates here tell me all about you, especially Judith and Anne-Marie. And they say that you love making these announcements on the tannoy,
I do,
is that right?
yes, I do, yes.
In fact, you volunteer for every announcement.
Yeah.
And you've got a nickname, haven't you?
Yeah.
What do they call you?
Bing Bong Lady.
Bing Bong Lady. Well, surprise, surprise. Well, I got a surprise for you. Because it might be great doing the tannoy down here. But you've got a burning desire to be the Bing Bong Lady at Heathrow Airport, haven't you? That's exactly what you're going to do.
Oh, no!
Yes, because we thought you've got a special birthday coming up at the weekend, haven't you?
I have, yeah.
How old are you?
30.
30. Oh, I can't wait to be 30. Tell me what it's like. Well, as a special birthday treat, we're taking you off to Heathrow, all right?
Oh, lovely. Thank you.
So we're going to get your hat
lovely.
and coat. Sorry, girls, it's such a flying visit, but here we go. Which way? Which way to Heathrow? Come on, sit her on. Well, here we are, Rachel. The big moment has arrived, Chuck. Yes, it has. It's your time to bing bong away. You looking forward to this?
Yes.
Oh, well, we've got a couple of announcements for her, haven't we, Tracy?
Yes, I have. She'd like to do this announcement.
Oh, look at that.
Ooh,
Go on.
Okay.
You're on.
Can the last remaining passenger for flight AF 813 to Paris please make their way to gate 24? This is the final call for all remaining passengers on flight AF 813 to Paris to proceed to boarding gate 24.
Oh, yes. Oh, I hope the microphone wasn't on there. That was wonderful. Well, I've got one more announcement for you to make. Now, this is a personal one because this is for a certain Ronald Marchant. Now, he's come to the airport today because he thinks he's meeting someone. What he doesn't know, surprise, surprise, that certain someone is me, Rachel.
All right.
You've been through that before, haven't you? So there you go, off you pop. Have a look at that.
Could Mr. Ronald Marchant please make his way to the information desk? Could Mr. Ronald Marchant please make his way to the information desk?
Ronald, I'm looking for Ronald Marchant. Oh. Ronald Marchant. Surprise, surprise. All right, Ronald. Now, I suppose you're wondering why I called you like that.
Yeah, I am really. Yeah.
Well, your dear wife Joy wrote and told me all about you. And she said that you absolutely adore planes, is that right?
Yes, that's true, yeah.
Now, you were in the Royal Air
That's
Force,
right,
weren't
yeah.
you?
Yeah.
But you did never fly a plane, but you were part of the crew.
No, I never had that luck. I was just in the gun turrets.
Well, your wife Joy tells me that you dearly love to fly a plane and love to have lessons.
Yes, that's true.
Well,
yeah.
surprise, surprise, you're going to have your
Right.
very first one.
Oh, my goodness, yeah.
And that's not all, that's not all. Where are you, Rachel? Rachel, come in here. This is our Bing Bong girl. She was the one that called you. Mr. Ronald
I
Marchant.
thought I got it wrong. It's my son they want.
Yes. Now, Rachel, do you remember earlier about calling those last remaining passengers to board that plane to Paris?
Yes.
Well, surprise, surprise, Ron and Rachel, that was us. We're all off to Paris.
Oh.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So what are we waiting for? Let's go. Say au revoir to Heathrow. We're on our way to Gay Paris. Come on, let's go, Ron. Come on, Rachel. Well, we'll join Rachel and Ron in Paris later later on where the most surprising things happen to them both. But before that, I want to talk to a certain gentleman sitting here in the studio. Now, earlier on, we met Helen, the lovely nurse who saved baby Stanley Goodall's life. And somewhere here in our audience is a man who has cause to be grateful for the care and devotion of another nurse. And yes, surprise, surprise, it's you, Doug Beaumont. I'm talking about you, Doug. Where are you, love? Come down and join me on the Cilla sofa. It's not a lovely hug. Isn't that a lovely hug?
I watch all the programmes.
You do? Oh, it's not. Just talk amongst yourselves, rather. Have a sit down there, Doug. Well, you asked me straight away, who have I got to blame for this?
Yeah.
It's your dear wife, Paulie.
Oh.
Yeah, she wrote and told me all about you. Now, can I take you right the way back to 1942?
Yes.
When you were fighting?
Yes.
For the army?
Yeah.
In North Africa? Ninth, it's on there, on the jacket there. And you were in the desert there?
Yeah.
And you were very severely wounded. In fact, that's where you lost your arm.
Yeah.
Now, you were taken to various hospitals over there, weren't you?
Yes.
Now, this hospital that you finally ended up in was actually staffed by all Canadian nurses, is that right?
Not 100%.
No.
They hadn't got enough South Africans at that time. And a contingent of Canadian nursing sisters and staff nurses was sent to South Africa, I believe, after some of them finished up in Italy. I know that one in particular, whose father was the vicar somewhere near Victoria.
Gosh, you've got a good memory there,
yes.
Doug.
Well, 1945, she sent me a photograph of her and a little boy who was then 5 months old. And she had married a padre somewhere in Italy.
Really?
But there was another one called Gladys, but I was allowed to call her Louise because we were very special friends.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
Well, it's Gladys Louise I'm really interested in because she was the one responsible for nursing you, indeed, back to health.
Yes,
And is it
because
true?
what happened,
Yes?
I picked up typhoid on the hospital ship, but it didn't show until I got to South Africa.
goodness.
So I finished up in a medical ward.
But she was ever so good to you, Nurse
yes,
Gladys
yes,
Louise.
yes.
To the point that she actually taught you needlepoint. Is that right?
Well, partly. That was part of occupational therapy.
Yes.
On getting to use my left hand because I originally was right hand.
Right.
Yes.
But you actually did a picture, though, didn't you?
I did a picture, yes.
And did you actually weave her initials in this picture?
I did a maple leaf, starting off with green right through to the browns, which I gave to Gladys Louise.
You are talking about this lady, this certain nurse, Gladys
Now
Louise, and she
must
did
be
nurse
86 because she was 10 years older than me.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, you did admire her so much, and
I
you were
did,
very
yes.
grateful to her. That,
Yeah.
in fact, you named your daughter after
Louise, yes.
Diane Louise.
Diane Louise, yes.
And then when Diane had a little daughter herself, she
Yeah.
called her daughter, your granddaughter,
Yeah.
Nicola Louise.
Louise, that's right.
So you must have been ever so grateful.
Yes.
Well, I know a lot about you. Indeed, you've given me all the information anyway. But on your last night that you spent in Africa, I mean, you did take, to show your appreciation,
Yes.
you did take Gladys Louise to the theatre, didn't you?
Yes.
Right. Well,
Let's
she
have it.
wrote a certain note on that theatre ticket. And I
Yeah.
have to get it right. Is this true? Is this what she said? This will be our last meeting until... And
Yeah.
then there was a question mark.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, surprise, surprise, Doug.
No.
I think you can fill in that blank space on your theatre ticket because here she is to say hello to you once again, all the way from Canada, Nurse Gladys Louise. Come in, Gladys Louise.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
You put a bit of weight on there. Yeah.
A bit discourteous there. He gave her a big hug and he said, "You put a bit of weight on, haven't you?" Well, we all
I'm
do.
86 though, Doug.
Pardon?
I'm not 86.
Aren't you?
I'm 83. I'll be...
I think we're going to have a row. And while they're having a row, I think we better take a break. But do join us in a couple of minutes for a trip to Paris and a big surprise for somebody here in our studio. See you in a couple of minutes. Welcome back. Well, we're going to have a bit of a nostalgia now. Have a look at this.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thunderbirds are go.
Well, I wonder how many of you remember that. Well, I happen to know there's someone in our audience for whom that will bring back ecstatic memories for. And yes, surprise, surprise, it's you, James Spencer. Where are you, James? It is you, Chuck. Come down and join me here. I want to have words with you. Have a sit down there. My goodness me, James. You love Thunderbirds?
Well, I did, yeah.
You did? Oh, well, do you recognise these? You will recognise these then, won't you? Yes. Do you recognise them?
Out the bathroom.
In the bathroom, yes, in the bathroom. Your daughter, Hayley, tells me you won't have a bath without these. Yes, your little rocket and your little tumbler there and the soap, which we haven't got there. I must read a very funny letter from your daughter, Hayley. Have you got a minute? Hear what she says about you. Dear... Never mind going like that. Saw that. Dear surprise, surprise. Hi, my name is Hayley Spencer. Would it be possible to send my dad to meet some of the puppets out of Thunderbirds? Because he has got the cup, soap and bath foam. Once he was getting in the bath and he couldn't find his Thunderbird set and he was nearly crying. Is that true?
No.
It is, you little tinker. And I'm not finished yet. There is more. Have a listen to this.
In the end, he found them and he got in the bath and we could hear him say, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Thunderbirds are going, made the rocket. Meow, splash into the water.
Yes, it is. The little letter writer herself. It's your daughter, Hayley. Come in, Hayley. He is a big fan, is he?
Yeah.
Because he's denying it now, Hayley. He's denying... who are your favourite characters? Which one out of all of them do you like, out of Thunderbirds?
Oh, all of them.
You like all of them? But there's certainly... Yes, there's a certain lady, a blonde lady. You like Lady Penelope? Yeah, well, surprise, surprise. You are going to meet the voice of Lady Penelope right now. It's certainly Thunderbirds, I'll go for you, because here she is, Sylvia Anderson. Come in, Sylvia. James. Oh, my goodness me. Oh, look at
I'm
that.
glad you said Lady Penelope. I was getting very worried there.
No, he likes them all. He likes them all. Lots of goodies there. Now, we all want to close our eyes because you're the voice of Lady Penelope. We want to dream on, don't we? Yes, let's close our eyes and say a few words as Lady Penelope.
Well, it's absolutely fabulous to be here. And Parker sends his regards. And it's absolutely marvellous to be on the Cilla show.
Oh, wonderful. Well, I don't know about you. I've gone into orbit myself. I really have. Thank you very much for surprising our James like that. And thank you, Hayley, for sending the letter. Ladies and gentlemen, James, Hayley, and indeed, Sylvia Anderson, Lady Penelope. Well, it's time to go back and see how Ron and Rachel are getting on in Paris.
Ready, please. Use cash, please.
Sorry?
Look here, yes.
Look
Use
where?
cash for yes. Look here comes. Oh, good, very good.
Oh, is this my best
This is nice, very nice.
Yeah, look, it's a gorgeous. Can you only give me one chin, Bruno?
And your name?
My neck?
Yes.
You mean you don't know who I am?
Because it's for dedication.
For dedication?
Yes. Voilà.
Wonderful.
This is for you.
Oh, yes, let's show the camera. Oh, do you know... This should be
I say
in...
work 1 minute, sir.
This should be in the Louvre.
Louvre.
But not in Paris.
Maybe
It should be in the Louvre in Buckingham. Oh, this is alive, isn't it, Ron?
Right.
Sailing
Right.
down the Seine on the famous Bateau Mouche.
Gorgeous.
I mean, I love Paris, don't you?
Wonderful.
Because it's so French. I've got you, Ron, and Rachel, you've got nobody.
No.
Dear, don't you feel left out?
No, not really.
Not really?
No. Join the side.
But don't you agree, Ron? All she needs now is an absolutely gorgeous Frenchman. Don't you agree?
Oh, yes, I think so, yes.
You do? Well, shame. What a shame.
You haven't got one for me, then?
Oh, Sasha.
Hello, Cilla.
Hello, Sasha.
So what have you been doing today?
Looking at all the fabulous sights. Absolutely beautiful.
Really?
Beautiful, yeah.
You like it?
Oh, lovely.
I've taken her
Lovely.
everywhere, Sasha.
Oh,
See?
great.
I'm pleased to be with you here. Finally in my hometown.
Well, now I know why my middle name is Gooseberry. Oh, isn't that nice, Ron? Shall we leave the two lovebirds to it?
We'll do our own thing.
Yes, let's go to the Eiffel Tower. Au revoir, Sasha.
Au revoir, Cilla.
Au revoir, Rachel. Come on, Ron. Well, Ron, I promised you the Eiffel Tower, and we've seen the Eiffel Tower.
Wonderful. Yeah, really great.
And there's the military school over there, which is quite a coincidence because we were talking about the RAF this morning in your happy days, on the Lancaster bomber there.
When we were flying low on our starboard side, I pointed out the skipper. Spanked over a bit, you know. And that was my first sight of Paris.
The skipper, you mean?
The Aussie, our skipper, yeah.
Oh, the captain?
He was the captain, Australian.
What was his name?
Bence, Len Bence.
Len Bence.
A real crocodile Dundee type.
Was he? You were good mates, were you?
Yeah, he used to get us out a lot of sticky parts, you know.
So that's a long time ago, though, that you must have seen his
Yeah,
skipper.
44, that was, 1944.
Well, that's
That's a long time here.
That's over 50 years, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he must have gone back to Australia after the war.
He's hoping to come over this year for our squadron reunion.
Well, let me stop you there, Ron, because he said he was coming over. But you don't have to wait for that reunion. Because, surprise, surprise, you haven't seen him for 50 years. We've flown him all the way over from Australia to Paris. Here he is, your skipper. Well, now, I hear that Carol Goodchild, the lady in the face pack, has arrived. So, what are we waiting for? Come in, Carol. Hello. Have a sit down there. Well, oh, it's worked. Oh, that face pack is... You look wonderful. You look terrific.
Thank you.
Mind you, I don't know what you looked like before. Were you suitably surprised?
Very, very surprised,
You
yes.
were, you were. But you took it in all good fun, didn't you?
Yes, I just shook for a long time after.
Oh, well, no, you look wonderful now. And indeed, you've missed a great show. Oh, everybody's been on. You've missed Steve Davis. He's been on Surprising Phyllis. You've also missed Engelbert Humperdinck.
Oh, gosh.
Yes. Mind you, I do believe that you're a big fan of another American star, aren't you? And I believe you play his tapes and everything in your car.
Yes.
Who's that?
Neil Sedaka.
Oh. Do you like Neil, do you?
Yes.
Have you ever seen him live?
No.
Well, surprise, surprise. You're going to see and hear him live tonight because we've arranged for him to sing a song especially for you. And here he is. Come in, Neil Sedaka.
Surprise, surprise.
Oh, look at that. She is.
Something.
We have a saying over here, and I can tell by the look on her face, she is totally gobsmacked.
Really?
Yes.
What will my wife say?
But she adores you. Your biggest fan.
Yes. And I wrote a song for you, our Carol.
You did, a long time ago.
Oh. Right. And you are going to dedicate a lovely classical piece for our Carol here.
Yes, I would love to sing for you. I have a new album called Classically Sedaka. Oh. And I've written to the great masters, the classical melodies. I've written original lyrics to the classical melodies. I'd like to dedicate one to you.
Oh, isn't that lovely? Oh, that's wonderful. Well, the piano's waiting over there, and we're all waiting as well, aren't we, everyone? Yes. So if you'd like to stand by, I'll let her faint on the settee.
Okay, go for it.
Thank you very much indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, Neil Sedaka.
Turning back the hands of time to see the house I lived in, to see the streets I walked on, and there's the children when they were oh so small. Step back with me. If I can only turn the clock back to the days when we were oh so young, to relive those days gone by when love was new. We touched the sky, and there's my father. He's waving to me gently. Oh, how I miss him. To touch the face of friends and loved ones, to hear the laughter and to feel the tears. What a miracle this would be if only we can turn the hands of time. And there's my father, he's waving to me gently. Oh, how I miss him. To touch the face of friends and loved ones, to hear the laughter and to feel the tears. What a miracle this would be if only we can turn the hands of time, turning back the hands of turning back the hands of time, the hands of time. Absolutely. Wonderful. Oh, brilliant. Let me watch that.
Well, she's ecstatic. The audience, they are over the moon out there. We're all ecstatic, aren't we? Yes.
I enjoyed it.
And she's
I hope you
thrilled.
did.
Now, I know you're going to take our Carol off to the party penthouse suite, aren't you?
I hope so.
Yeah, for a little drink of shampoo up there.
I hope so.
Well, save a glass for me. But before you do that, I mean, I've been noticing in our audience out there, there's been a certain young lady, she's sitting over there in a check jacket, and I know she's absolutely dying to meet you. Do you mind?
Not at
You
all.
don't mind? Well,
Not
surprise, surprise, sweetheart. Come down, say hello to Neil. Because you're swooning all lady. Say hello to Neil.
How are you?
And Carol over there. And come next to me and tell me what your name is.
It's Alison.
Well, hello, Alison. You did enjoy that
Yes,
with Neil,
very
didn't
much,
you?
yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, are you glad you met him now?
Definitely.
She's cute.
Well, you stay and have a chat with me. In
They're
the
the beauties.
meantime, you take our Carol off up to the party penthouse suite. Ladies and gentlemen, Neil Sedaka and Carol. See you later. Well, Alison, who are you with tonight, love?
I'm with my mum.
Where's your mum?
She's up there in the audience.
Oh, well, let's make it a family occasion. Look at that. She's thinking low in her seat. Come on, Mum. Come on, Mum. Make it a family affair. Come and join me on the Cilla sofa. Come on. Sit next to me, all right? Have a sit next to the... Now, I know all about you, Agnes. It is Agnes, isn't it? I know all about you because this lady over here, your lovely daughter Alison, has written in. Tell me all about. She did, yes. And your story is a very moving story, I have to say. Now, you were born in India, weren't you?
That's right.
And you had a very tragic childhood because when you were just, well, a little baby, your mum had to go in hospital. And I do believe the last memory you had of your mum when you were very young, you don't have any more memories of her because she never ever recovered after that, did she? Now, I know you did have a brother Ian and brother Basil, but your Ian and yourself, you went to live with various relatives in India, is that right? But big brother Basil stayed with his dad. And then when you were old enough, you were put in a boarding school in India, yes? But that must have been a very sad time for you, especially at holiday times. Because Alison tells me here that, you know, when the holidays did come, you had to wave goodbye to your friends and you were left behind. Well, you did grow up and you married, you fell in love with your dear husband, Alfred. You had 3 children, and in 1954, you all came over to Britain to live. And you've been here 41 years. I do know that a couple of years ago, you and your dear husband, you did go to Bournemouth to retire, but sadly, Alfred died as well. And then not long after that, your brother Ian died too. So your only closest living relative, your big brother Basil, still lives in India. Yes? And it's 41 years since you've seen him. Well, he's not in India now. I am. He's right there waiting to say hello to his little sister once again. Come in, Basil. Say hello to your sister.
Reaching out, holding hands, reliving memories as we smile through the years, the tears, the fears disappear. Life is full of surprises. It's surprising how dreams come true. Life is full of surprises, and the nicest surprise in my life is you.
Well, that's all we have time for this week, I'm afraid. I'd like to say a very big thank you to everybody who's taken part in tonight's show, especially Sylvia Anderson, Steve Davis, Sasha Distel, Engelbert Humperdinck, and Neil Sedaka. We'll be back with lots more surprises next week. So, ta-ra then!